Hello, good morning. So that was me just getting my day started, making the bed, opening up the blinds, putting makeup on. I didn't show that, but and doing my hair, so I feel like a little put together. Today's video is going to be on moving in with your significant other before marriage. So this is kind of a hot topic, especially like being a Christian, because I know it's like the way is to not move in with your boyfriend for marriage to prevent, I think we all know what to prevent, I don't need to say it. So waiting till marriage to move in, essentially. I'm gonna say why I did it and my tips on living with a man, because you'll need tips. Honestly, like I thought it would be worse. It's definitely not. I guess it depends on the man. Depends on the man. But for me, it wasn't that big of a lifestyle change. Okay, so why I moved in with him, I was kicked out at 18 for actually being with him. I promise I was a good kid. If anyone wants like a story time on how I was kicked out at 18, like I swear guys, I was a good kid. Like I had straight A's, student body president, like I had it together. But my mom kicked me out because of my boyfriend and because he was a little bit older than me and she didn't know about it. So after she kicked me out, I went from like friend's house to friend house for like a few days until I found like my permanent family, which is like literally my family now. But I was over 18, so it's not like they adopted me, but they just like in their hearts adopted me, you know? So after I finished that semester of school, my final high school semester, I decided that I wanted to live on campus my first year of college. And this is more of an expensive decision. I just didn't want to prove everyone right and that I was so in love and naive and would just move in with him and not think about my, you know what I mean? Like and now when I think about it, like yeah, I'm proud I did all that, but at the same time, like I shouldn't have been like worried about what everyone else was thinking. So I don't know if I would have done anything differently, but I moved into a college dorm room and honestly, it just like was not for me. It was not for me. I wasn't like a super involved student because I was working all the time, and working to me was a little bit more important than school. Although I had straight A's, like it was more like I didn't want to get involved in school. I'd rather get more involved in work. So I just threw myself into my work. I would get in and out. Guilty little promo for that. But it just wasn't for me, the college experience. And mind you, it's like an extra $6,000. It was like an extra $6,000 a semester. So I'm just like, my boyfriend's living here and I'm just thinking I could be there right now. And half the time I literally was never there, if I'm being honest. I just wasn't there. I'd be there maybe like 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week, but other than that, because I closed so much at work at 3 in the morning, I did not feel comfortable as a woman walking, especially because my parking garage was like, I swear, like 15 minutes walking wise to my dorm room. So sometimes if I had closing shifts at in and out, that would be from 4:30 to 2 in the morning. I did not want to go back to school and walk that, especially like that area. I go to Arizona State University. Tempe's not the greatest, not the safest area. Let's just put it that way. But so I just wasn't comfortable with that. I have a taser, I got all that. I still have that. That doesn't mean I want to put myself in that situation. So that's why I would, most of the times, because I did have closing shifts, I would spend the night over here so I didn't have to worry for my safety. I don't know, and I just felt like everyone in my dorm room, like, I just felt like there was so many guys on my floor who would do stupid stuff and they take down the exit signs and all that, and I just didn't. I was like, why am I here? Like, that's just what like, why am I wasting money? And if you live on campus, you have to have a meal plan, which is an extra $1,500, and I never ate a single meal after the first time. I swear I got food poisoning. So there's just so much money that went down the drain. So after that, it was very evident to me that I just needed to move in with my boyfriend. That was the financially the best situation, safety wise the best decision, and honestly the decision that would make me happy. So that's what we opted to do. And so now living with him, because like I said, I spent so many nights over here, it wasn't that big of a transition because you know, he doesn't leave the toilet seat up. Okay, I'd like to flex that. I don't know if that's like a known thing that like every guy does that, but my man, he doesn't leave the toilet seat up. And it's not even like I would bring it up once. He like puts everything down. He's kind of a clean man. I mean, so like usually I do the laundry, and I'm fine with that anyways, because usually when I'm here while I do my schoolwork, I just have laundry going. Or watching a movie, I have laundry going. Laundry. So, and we have so much laundry because half of our clothes are whites from work and colored. So half the day we're wearing whites, half the day we're wearing colors, and we just go through laundry like so fast. So I literally have to do it every 2 days. I guess I'm gonna do a load tomorrow, but I did a load last night. So and my thing, the only thing I asked for, actually I take that back, but is making the bed. That's the only thing, because when you come home, I always make the bed if he works if I'm home and he's not. If we both work the day, obviously sometimes we don't make the bed because we're just like trying to get as much sleep as we want and like roll out of bed. But if one of us works the night, that person would ideally make the bed, or if they're off. Just cause like when you come home from like an 8 to 5 shift and you know your partner's been home all day and the bed's not made, and you just feel like that's one more thing I need to do. For me personally, I cannot do my schoolwork unless the bed is made. I don't care if it's 7 o'clock at night, I do not care. And it has to be made. So that's just like my one thing, but it's not like I have to nag him about it. I'm just like, hey, like the bed being made is like my one thing. And like if he doesn't make the bed, he'll send me a message saying, oh my gosh, I forgot to make the bed on my way to work, like because I slept in until this time, and I'm like, whatever. At least he knows. At least he's like, oh, I forgot, you know, it's not just like whatever. So I don't really care then. But that's like the only thing to me. And I do have a calendar in here that is really helpful, by the way. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I'd be able to find a link to it, but I know they still have it there because I went there 2 weeks ago and they still had it. So this is what it looks like. I freaking love it. We're just like 2 days behind. But I have both of our schedules, so he already knows. If I pick up a shift, I put it on there. We have our closet color coded. I put away the clothes, so it's not like he's having to do all that. But that's the way I like it. But like I didn't have any friends to move in with, and all of my friends were just so not in the space I was at. And I knew if I moved in with any of them, it would be a big setback to me, because everyone my age just wants to party, wants to smoke, wants to do crazy stuff, wants to be around guys all the time. And when I'm in a serious relationship, I'm focusing on just, I want to graduate and I want to work in my work. I want to throw myself in my work. Like, I just come off as like the boring person for my age. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being boring and not partying, if that's what is considered boring. But that's just not my cup of tea at all. So moving in here honestly has been the biggest blessing, and I love it so much. And we just have like a system that works for us, and it's not even that big of a system. Like we literally, like I said, it's literally just making the bed. That's literally it. And I do the laundry, and he just, if I need something done, or if I ask him like, hey, can you make sure you also do this today? Usually he'll get it done. And if he doesn't, then I gotta pull up the little nagging card a little bit. But other than that, like I said, it depends on the guy that you're moving in with. We both have plans to get married, so that's just what's most important to us. I swear, guys, we want to get, like when we first started dating, we were so crazy in love. Like we were like, should we, this is like, mind you, like 4 months into dating, like we were like, should we just go to Vegas? Should we just get married? Like, I know I'm supposed to be with you the rest of my life. Like, I know it. I'm just so in love with you. But it's not like I'm so in love with you. Like, I'm not seeing red flags. Like, everything just feels so right. Everything in my body is telling me this is the right thing to do. In my head, in my body, everything. So, and trust me, I look for red flags. I look for those. They were nowhere to be found. So, so we literally deliberated getting married. We're like, should we just go to Vegas and get married? Like, but ultimately we didn't because of school and FAFSA. Like, it would have just ended up, like, if we got married, I wouldn't have been able to go to college. So, we're just waiting it out. We are literally like, we have a wedding date ready to go. Like, we are just waiting for me to finish school. But that is my video on moving in with my boyfriend before marriage and my tips on living with a man. Not that many. If anyone would like to see, like I said, a video on how I got kicked out at 18, like in a little bit more detail, and then I'm probably planning on doing a day in my life as a college student full-time and full-time employee, because that's a lot. It's a lot. And then here I am trying to make YouTube videos. Okay, I obviously got time on my hands, so it's not that bad. But thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate it if you've watched through this long to hear what I had to say. Awesome, thank you guys. Bye.